August 16th,
Doing
2000.
it the way we do it. And that's it. You got nothing else to say?
That's it.
That's
Welcome to a happy Wednesday. Hump day.
Happy
Almost
Wednesday.
over for you all is working. It's almost over. Hang in there. Hang in there.
You mean for the people who are still working, right?
Let me say that not too loud when my wife gets upset at me.
Yeah, I know the feeling. She said, "You call this work, huh?" Anyway, listen, everybody, we're glad you're here. We had a fun time last time we were on, and we got a lot of good feedback from that. Everyone said we had a good time, they had a good time, and we had a good time. So if we had a good time and you had a good time, then it was a good time held by all. What's in the news today? Well, in sports, let's see. The Patriots picked up Ezekiel Elliott, right?
Yeah,
You think that's a good deal?
I think so.
All right. The Red Sox aren't in last place anymore. No, they're in second to last place. But they're not in last place. The Yankees own, last time we talked, the Yankees and the Red Sox, as they always do, have to fight for everything, and they were fighting for last place in the American League East. This week, the Yankees own last place all by themselves, and the Red Sox have moved into second to last place, which means they're in fourth place in the division. Now, I was wondering, I looked at that division, and in all of baseball, okay, in the American League, the top 5 teams, 3 of them come from the American League East. I can't make it up. I'm serious. In the top 5 teams of the American League, with the East, the West, and the Central, or Midwest, whatever they call it, the American League East have 3 of the top teams in the top 5, which is Baltimore, Tampa Bay, and Toronto. So it's a pretty tough division to be in, but that doesn't give the Red Sox and Yankees any excuse. They still suck.
Turn your music down a little bit, my man.
Oh, yeah. Let's turn the music off. But this is my co-pilot. He can hear the music. I can't hear. I'm
Still working on that.
We're working on that. We're looking at a new earplug for me. What do they call those things where you put them in so you can hear? Yeah, we're working on one of those. I'm teasing. I'm just joking. I don't need that. Not yet. But where was I? I was somewhere. I was talking about something.
I was talking about the Red Sox the East having the top 5.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. They're the Red Sox. If you in the American League East, if you don't bring it, it's gonna be a long year. There's only 43 more games left in the season. They are down by 10.5. I don't see them getting back in contention, but it's just going to be a long season watching them drown. They're going to drown, and the Yankees too.
Yeah, well, as long as the Yankees are drowning with us, we're good to go.
Yeah, we don't care about anything else as long as the Yankees don't beat us. I know, that's so terrible, but it's actually true. It's actually true. Let's see. In football, the Patriots picked up a guy named Carson Wells. Yeah, a linebacker. They picked him up, and they picked up this guy, Ezekiel Elliott. What's your thoughts?
I think Elliott still got some run in him. He should bring a little spunk to their rookie crew.
Rookie crew?
Yeah, they don't have much left there. They don't have much left there. But yeah, I think he'll bring a little excitement. Hopefully they do well right up until the point where it's time for them to get paid again. Then
I feel sorry for a guy, like Ezekiel Elliott, that he has come down to this level to have to play for the Patriots. And you know why? Because unless you're in your prime of your career and Bill Belichick signs you then, okay, and here's what he does when he signs you then. he's going to offer you a lot of money up front like he did Judon. Make you the so-called highest paid player within 10 miles. And then the very next year, he's going to restructure your contract. So you're not making as much as you were supposed to make.
Yeah, that's what I say. Well, he'll play good this year. We'll see what goes on after that.
But the thing in Zeke's case is that he's not in his prime of his career. So he really gotten cheap because Belichick ain't paying. The same way he did Corey Antoine Smith, Corey Dillon. He's going to get them cheap, and he's going to run them into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunately. Zeke,
I know you thought you wanted the Patriot mystique and left with Tom Brady. I'm sorry. If I could have talked to you, I would have told you to sign any place but here. He loaded your contract with incentives. You're never going to make them. He's not going to let you make them. Ask Asante Samuel. Ask Malcolm Butler. Ask Rob Gronkowski. You're going to have to work your tail off to make those incentives that he put in. Ask Cam Newton. It's not going to happen. But you're here.
Welcome.
Well, you're here. You're welcome. We're glad. I mean, I'm sure Patriots Nation is glad to see you here. Me, on the other hand, I think you could have made a better choice. But heck, let's see what happens. At least it's not a defensive coordinator running the offense this year.
Well, Patriots right now ranked 25th in the league in rushing. So, well,
I don't understand that. I mean, they ran Ramondre Stevenson like I thought it was like 60% of the time. 60% of the plays were running plays. I guess I was wrong.
Well, Ezekiel considered to have good pass protection, so he may give some help on blocking down to give Mr. Mack some more time because he needs lots of time to figure out where he's going to throw the ball at, so he don't just force habitually throw it in places he shouldn't be throwing it, because you're not a doggone Brett Favre. You're not none of them guys that can give a Hail Mary and hope for great luck. You have to be precise, young fella. You have to be precise.
I mean, aren't you being hard on Mac, though?
No. This is year two. Come on.
Who was the previous guy that was here before?
Tom Brady.
And that's what I mean. How are you comparing this guy?
No comparison. No comparison. He's got a whole brand new show here. He's the guy. So if you're going to be the guy, then you have to get your act together. The third string quarterback played better than him.
Well, that's what you say. But see, here's the deal. They only saw the third string quarterback a couple of times. If he had to play a couple more games, they catch up to you. And pretty soon that stuff you used to do doesn't work anymore. Ask Jimmy Garoppolo. He looked good while he was in there and won a couple of games as the Patriot. But then when they sent him over to another team and they got used to him, everyone knew what he could do and what he couldn't do. I'm going to tell you why Mac Jones, we have these high expectations of Mac Jones that he will never fulfill. He's never going to do it. Because if you're in New England, you had the best quarterback that anybody ever had. I think we're like, the people who used to watch Michael Jordan with the Chicago Bulls. Somehow they think these other players are going to be able to do something like this. I don't think so. Listen, we have a clip. It's Rob Gronkowski. It's a terrible clip, but just listen to it. What you're going to hear is what made Tom Brady so great, in addition to being able to throw the ball. But let's get a listen on this one.
First, I thought he was out of control, man. I was like, this dude crazy. Like I just never
really.
Yeah, I never seen anyone.
In what way?
Like I was like a dickhead, like kind of. I was like, he's like a coach. Like this isn't like my buddy, like you're going into the NFL.
Yeah.
You're expecting it to be that. What's that movie with Jamie Foxx as the quarterback?
Sunday. Any given Sunday, baby.
Any given Sunday. Like that's in my mind. That's what I was expecting. That's what I was. Yeah,
I'm right there with you.
Like that's how I lived my first couple years in the NFL too. Like that's what I wanted. Like the movies trick you. Like you think everything's a movie.
Every time.
So I'm like, man, this
time.
isn't anything like any given Sunday. Like I'm like, this guy's fucking yelling at me. I mess up just a tad bit, and the dude's yelling at me like, get over there like a coach. He's yelling at me more, and then it took me a little bit, you know, to realize like where it was coming from.
Yeah, Tom Brady's driven. He's driven beyond, I mean, like Michael Jordan driven. It's going to be tough to find somebody that's ever going to be like that. Matt Jones can only fail in our eyes.
Well, I'll give you a couple of stats. Mac Jones has thrown for 16 touchdowns with 8 interceptions, whereas Tom Brady threw 16 touchdowns for 10 touchdowns. Mac Jones averages 7.5 per attempt. Brady averaged 7 yards per attempt. So some of the stats kind of match up, but when you get on the field and the pressure's on, things change. You know, Tom is not going to bow down. He's not going to back off. He's going to keep throwing. You're not going to stop him from throwing. And he's going to keep on getting better at where he's throwing at. And he's going to talk to his people to get them to what he's seeing. So they're seeing the same thing and making moves towards the same spots. So Mac Jones has a lot to learn as far as being not only a quarterback, but a quarterback coach, where you can coach your receivers and your runners into seeing what you're seeing. So you're spotted on the same sheet of music. That's my observation.
That's right. And how many guys, Aaron Rodgers, I mean, I just think we're going to be, I think the quarterbacks that come to New England are doomed to fail as far as the fans go, because we saw someone do this so easily, win game after game after game, tough games, easy games, write them all down, throw them in the bag, throw them up in the air. I think in 20 years, he won 15 AFC championships.
Yeah.
I mean, people here are so used to greatness as if it's just fell off the tree and into their lap like a coconut, like they're standing in Fiji and a coconut falls off the tree. They're never going to see anybody like Tom Brady again. We're never going to, you, me, I don't think we're ever going to see anything like Tom. And we're never going to see anything like Michael Jordan again. Maybe not in our lifetime. Yeah. But
well, I mean, we went a few rounds basketball wise. We went a few rounds baseball wise. We went a few rounds football wise. We even went a few rounds hockey wise.
Yeah.
So those things come and they spin until they don't spin no more. So we are spoiled here in the city of champions, you know. But now we have to kind of take a seat and wait for our turn to come again.
Well, it might come, it might not. I just feel sorry for Mac Jones. It's going to be tough, Mac. It's going to be tough, dude.
Some good shoes to fill.
You got some huge shoes to fill, and there was nobody filling those shoes before this guy came. So don't think it's like it's going to come around any once in a while. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to fill Mr. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady's shoes. That's what's going to be tough.
We always complained about Bledsoe. Being so big and not being able to run, being so big, not being able to take a hit, being so big and always folding. And those are the things that motivated Brady on the sidelines. And then when the one time he got a chance to come in there when Bledsoe got injured that game, it was in the books from that point forward.
Here's the thing with that, though. Brady was Brady before that. He had to fight the same situation in Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking, you know, people were talking about great coaches and whatever. They said Landry was a great coach. I said, how can Landry be a great coach? He was a guy who platooned Roger Staubach with a guy named Craig Morton. Now, I'm sure you're going, Craig who? That's right, Craig who? And Landry was platooning Roger Staubach with this guy, Craig Morton. So how great could he have been? There was a guy named Lloyd Carr in Michigan. He was the Michigan coach. And, college, it's about who the boosters go out to get, who the alumni go out to get. And they went out and got another guy. Tom Brady had a pretty good year his junior year, but his senior year, there was another guy. I think his name was Drew Henson. He was the 5-star All-American guy that the boosters went out and get and wanted to have that drive of this guy in there, this other guy in there. So they were platooning Brady with this guy during Brady's senior year. Brady was always cleaning up the mess, coming back, bringing him back, coming back, bringing him back, bringing him back, and winning games. And when he got to New England, he already knew how to be Captain America. But Belichick has signed Bledsoe to the highest contract in the history of football in the offseason. Bledsoe was his guy. So he was not going to put Tom Brady in over Bledsoe, except Bledsoe got hit by Mo Lewis. Got hit by Mo Lewis of the New York Jets in the second game of the season. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is history. From then on, it's Tom Brady for the next 20 years, 15 AFC championships. They went to 9 Super Bowls, 8 or 9 Super Bowls. Unbelievable. 9 Super Bowls. They went to 9 Super Bowls, won 15 AFC championships. There you have it. That's Tom Brady. We had never saw anything like that before. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. He was one of a kind, man. One of a kind.
He was one of a kind. Never seen anything like that before. Not anything like that. And when we saw Michael Jordan, we had never seen anything like Michael Jordan before. We saw Larry Birds. We saw Magic Johnsons, Walt Frazier's. And then people after that, LeBron James. But when you watch Michael Jordan, you were watching a whole nother animal.
Yeah. It's a difference of determinations.
Something.
So how determined are you to be the best that you can be, night in, night out, day in, day out? It's not just a temporary thing. It has to be something that you eat, breathe, sleep, and drink on a regular basis. So
I don't even know if we can actually describe it, because I'm sure somebody could put it at the bottom. You could sell this thing for $1 billion each bottle.
Oh man. Yes.
But you see it when you see it, and you see it, and you know what it is when you see it. So you think they're going to do well? I feel sorry for Zeke. I don't know if he has anything left in the tank. I really don't. He's had some tough years. They ran him a lot, like 70. He ran the ball so many times when he was in Dallas.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
He got hands too, so they might be able to use him in some other routes,
Well, they might.
But we'll see how it goes. It's down to coaching now, Mr. Belichick. We'll see what your coaching is like.
This is the 5th year. We already see that.
Hey. We're still watching.
I'm that guy. I will say it.
Eyes to the sky.
I will say it. I'm not one of I will question authority. I will question, especially after we've seen the best. So this is kind of easy. Kind of easy to say, why isn't this, Anyway, what else we got in the news here? We got to have something. Anything?
I want to talk about that kid, Khalid White, the high school basketball player that collapsed on the court and died.
All right, now.
Yeah.
We're bringing it to you, America. He collapsed. Is he okay?
No, he died.
Oh, no.
17 years old. So we look at Bronny James, collapsed, rushed to the hospital, had great care before and after, not saying much on what they thought was the problem, caused the problem. Now we have another team, and these are the only ones that we're hearing about. I'm sure there's more out there.
Yes.
But another kid collapsed, and this one, unfortunately, doesn't make it. Condolences to the family of Mr. Khalid White. Some put some thoughts out there like, it's not McDonald's, it's not the food you eat, although it could be. But then they said maybe that shot they're taking, they're pumping into these kids.
Yeah.
It's doing something to short circuit their hearts.
Obviously.
But nobody wants to talk about it.
Obviously.
So we gotta be aware of things that are happening and things to come since that dreadful year of COVID and the rush to find a cure or a rush to find a shot to stop this terrible thing that happened in our country. Now it's showing the results of it because, again, most researchers are 10 years or more, a decade,
Right.
or more, that they can research it and get the fault and the goods and the bads of it. But this one was rushed, because of panic.
And they absolved everyone so that if something like this happened, you couldn't sue them.
Right.
And as soon as that is made, is part of the small language, it's, what are they telling you then? What are they telling you when they say you have no recourse to sue if this turns out to be something that's doing something like this?
Yeah, it's really a bad scenario, but it puts people on
notice,
a life of alertness. Yeah. I feel that you must be more conscious of where you stand in life and where your decisions come from. Your decisions can't be based on what everybody else is doing.
Right.
Your decisions have to be based on your faith. It has to be based on your research. It has to be based on right and wrong. Some things just don't make sense. So if I perish, let me perish doing the right thing for me. However, I'm not going to help nobody help me to perish any sooner than I need to.
It's a lot of. So we encourage you to do your research, is what we're saying. Research, everybody. Just don't stay on the beaten path of where they're trying to direct you to go so that they can feed you the information they want to feed you. I encourage Black people and white people to research off the beaten path. And you'll be surprised of what you'll find. You'll be surprised at a lot of things in life. And if you ever read something where they say to you that you will have no recourse in case this goes wrong, that's pretty much a very big warning right there that something may go wrong.
Recourse in trial medicine. So that was still in its trial stages. But
yeah, it was.
Folk are leaving here at a clipping rate now. Before it was bad for that 1 year.
Young people.
Young folks, old folks, people are just with no rhyme or reason.
Dropping. Jamie Foxx was paralyzed for a while.
Yeah.
And he won't talk about it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come out sooner or later, but just not right now. I'm trying to find the right platform to put it on.
Or they might get canceled.
Yeah.
We don't have any stardom to cancel. To cancel us. What people say, what happened to those two guys? They used to have a show, a video podcast, and they were on there. Those two old guys, those two old Black guys. Yeah, one had a gray beard, the other one had a lot of lip and Botox filler and everything, and extra strength hearing aids, so he looked young and appeared young, but. One day they were talking about, the vaccination and boosters, and next day they were gone. Get off the beaten path, everyone. Listen, you only have one life to live. And the reason why we call this Amazing Grace Sports Network is because we want you to find your spiritual part of you. It's very important. You have three components. You have your mental, you have your physical, and you have your spiritual. The mainstream media is going to try to steer you away from your spiritual. Do you know why? Because when they do, they can control you mentally. And when they control you mentally, they own you physically. Now, it's much easier to control you mentally than you think. As a matter of fact, for the lack of a better word, most of us are all controlled until we realize we're controlled. And only when you realize you're controlled can you decontrol yourself. But that's for another day. But what we're trying to say is you need your spiritual component, because through your spiritual component is how you get free from any mind games that are being played on the general public. Only with your spiritual component will you have the resources to take a loss and say, you know what, maybe I was wrong. Because without that spirituality, you will always think you're going to be right. That's how they work us.
There it is. There it is. We got to open our eyes. The Bible says, keep your eyes open.
Keep your eyes open.
Eyes to the sky. Keep your eyes to the sky.
Man, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. We talk about sports and we end up on life. I'll tell you one thing about life. I've been in Boston all summer, and it is gray as heck.
Yeah, the last week. It was pretty nice last week, but I'm going to Hot Atlanta tomorrow, so you know.
I know you better keep your head down. You talk about keeping your head down. Don't go to College Park. Don't go to college. Don't be in College Park after dark.
Hey, slow and easy, man. Slow and easy.
Stay in the well-lit sections of town. Sorry, Atlanta. I'm putting you on blast. But if you're there, you know I'm telling you the truth. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. Tell everybody if I'm telling them if I'm being truthful or not. Okay? And verify whether I'm being truthful or not about College Park after dark, especially on the weekends. Be proud of what you're doing, or come clean and fess it up so we can get rid of it.
Here's to Atlanta.
You just love that dude. And they're off. Secretariat leads by a nose. He's a well-oiled machine. He's by 2 lengths. He's by 4 lengths. He's by 10 lengths. Secretariat is walking like it was yesterday. All right, I think that's all we got for you today, but I'm sure that was more than enough. It's more than you're going to get in most places, what you got here. Anything else you want to say to the crowd, Eric K. James? To your fans?
Listen, keep your eyes to the sky. Pay attention.
Keep your ears open.
Keep your ears open. If it don't sound right, that's because it ain't right. Get out of the AO. Leave it alone.
Get out. And yeah, that's enough for me. I'm not going to say. This is a sports show. I'm going to let it go at that. But anyway, one day we're going to cross that divide anyway. But, for right now, in our fledgling embryonic stage, keep your ears open, everybody. And don't believe everything everybody says. Do your research.
Love one another. Do something good, something kindness.
Pick up some trash along the street as you walk. Just don't walk past it. Pick it up.
And stop dropping it.
Stop dropping it.
Find a wastebasket.
They're everywhere. All you got to do is hold on to for freaking 20 more steps and you'll find a wastebasket.
That's it.
I can't believe these people, man.
It's terrible. I saw a whole family drop trash one time eating a popsicle. Mom, dad, and the son. I was like, are you kidding me?
No, that's how they grow up to be ghetto.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Listen, guys, we can do better. Yes, we can do better. We can do it. Stop thinking it belongs on somebody else's shoulders. No, it doesn't. It belongs on yours. We can do better.
All right.
Okay, I'm out of here. I'll get the music.
Have a great week, y'all.
We out of here. Peace.
I'll let you click us out.